Aquarius family, hello and welcome to your November 2024 Tarot Forecast. I'm Ms. Eden and Aquarius. I'm so happy you're here. Welcome. This is going to be a general reading for Aquarius Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. But just know, y'all, that we all have an 11th house, which oversees Aquarius, as part of our birth charts. So take a look at your birth chart and just see where that Aquarius energy is hitting for you. Don't sweat it, Aquarius, either. If you don't catch this video right after I release it, know that there's a time and a space for you to receive this message. And I do hope that when you feel that urge, that tingle to click and watch or listen, that there'll be something in this message for you. All right, beautiful Aquarius. Take what messages do resonate, since this is a general reading for the Aquarius family. What message, all the messages may not resonate and hit exactly for you because this is a collective reading. So just take what works, what hits with you, and then leave the rest for others. All right, fam? I always love hearing your comments, and the best way that you can support my work, and if you like what you're seeing, what you're hearing, the easiest way, the cheapest way, because it's free, is to interact with this video or any other videos of mine that you catch. So hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe, and definitely throw some comments my way, because I love hearing from the family and knowing how these readings are hitting for you, and also just hearing what's going on in y'all's lives. We're going to be doing a little bit of a different structure this month, Aquarius, so I'll definitely want to hear from the fam. How do you like this kind of new I don't want to say structure and be repetitive again, but this new style that we're gonna add on a couple more things. Let me know in the comments. And we're going to do a little bit of an oracle card reading. I guess I'll get into the breakdown, but we're gonna do a little bit of an oracle card reading for you, and I'd also be very happy to do some oracle deck reviews. So let me know if you're interested in learning more about any of the decks that I use. I'll be happy to review them for y'all. And then we're going to do a little intuitive messages and then get into our tarot reading. So we got a little mix up, and our astrology forecast. We'll do our astrology check-in. So y'all, if you do like what you see over here, I have one other social media account. That is my Instagram, and that link can be found in my bio if you want to head on over there and check out all sorts of things that don't make it over here to my YouTube. All right, fam? So thank you for all your love, all your support, all your comments. Love hearing from y'all. I'm just going to say it again for like the umpteenth time. Love hearing from y'all. Sending you all so much love as we head into a new month. November, the 11th month. So let's talk the astrology, then we'll talk a little of the intuitive messages, get into the oracle cards, and your tarot reading, Aquarius. So heading into the month of November, we're starting off with a new moon in Scorpio. New moons are all about fresh starts, new beginnings, seeding new projects, new ideas. It's the type of energy that you want behind you if you want to start anything new. New moons are wonderful times to start that process, and it doesn't have to be launching. Again, these can be seeding ideas. But with it in Scorpio, we're going to have a little bit of that, a lot of emphasis on transforming ourselves from the inside out. So I went a little bit ahead of myself. Let me back it up. For the themes of November, because we kind of got into the 1st of November already, but the themes of November, the first half is going to be very focused on our ability to go deep within and transform our ego selves. The second half of November is where we start seeing a lot more outer movement. So that's not to say the first half of November isn't filled with movement. We are in a period of a lot of change, a lot of transition. So that's not stopping. But we're going to see the movement start happening outward the second half of November, with a lot more truths coming to light with regards to our shifting power structures, away from top-down power and more into lateral distribution of power to the people. So this is going to also be an important time, the second half of November, for us to get very disciplined. Again, I'm echoing the message from last month, but here we are again. Spiritual discipline and practices. Where are you getting really disciplined and serious about your spiritual development? because those are going to be coming up. That emphasis, those themes, that energy is going to be pushing us to really look within and develop inside our inner development, and then, kind of seeing how that affects our outer worlds. So that new moon is going to be right in line with that energy of transformation with Scorpio, transformation, power, secrets, right? But like a deep knowing and connection to spirit, to the emotional because we do have Scorpio as a water sign. So again, where can we dive deep within to transform that more ego aligned self and connect it instead with our higher selves that are more in touch with our highest good? 2nd of November, we have Mercury moving into Sagittarius, which is a fire sign. Mercury is all about communication. It is the planet. Think about Greek mythology, and in mythology, Mercury, or Hermes in Greek mythology, was the messenger god, also the transporter of the recently deceased through the underworld. This energy of Mercury is very much connected with travel, technology, insights, ideas, our thinking, medicine, because his caduceus, his staff, is the symbol that we see on a lot of our medical buildings, equipment. I mean, anything related to the medical world, you'll usually see some connection to that staff of Hermes or staff of Mercury. Now with Mercury, all those elements, communication, ideas, technology, travel, also like traveling between worlds, right? Since Mercury can flip between the heavenly world and the mortal world. So with it in Sagittarius, giving it that extra oomph of fire, inspiration, creativity. I mean, our minds might be really filled with ideas, or that urge to travel, maybe around the beginning of the month. On the 3rd of November, things get really spicy. There's a lot of strong aspects to Mars, which I'm not going to go into all of them because we're here for the tarot reading, y'all. Let's just do highlights for the astrology. I'll put a different video up for hopefully longer themes, and a longer video for bigger astrology themes for November. I hope to get to that this month. I know I've been saying that for a couple months and I haven't gotten to it. But the 3rd, spicy time. We have Mars moving into the sign of Leo. Mars on that day will also be conjunct Pluto and trining the moon. So let's just break that down for a second. Mars is the planet that oversees, in mythology, it is the war god. All right, very fiery, very fast moving, very, very aggressive. Mars, or Aries in Greek mythology, right? So thinking about that, Aries is also, Mars is connected with the sign of Aries, the first sign in the zodiac, the number 1, the number of the self, the ego. Remember all those themes with ego we were talking about a couple minutes ago? So here we go again with a fiery emphasis with Mars in the fire sign of Leo. Again, just like all about like, look at me, see me, Leo energy, right? Like, I'm big, I'm beautiful, I'm shining. So this is going to be a very loud, fast moving time. People aren't going to keep things on the inside. It's all going to be coming out. With Mars conjunct Pluto, Pluto is the planet of power, of secrets, of transformation. It is the planet that oversees Scorpio. And with Mars conjunct Pluto, they're going to kind of inflate each other's attributes. So Mars, again, a fast-moving, aggressive, warlike, ego-driven of the self, but very creative, very much like an alchemist, right? Kind of energy coming into the play of Pluto, power. Okay, and Pluto is also the higher octave of Mercury. Just thinking about that mercurial connection with Mercury moving into that fire sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius. So then we move ahead to the 11th of November. Venus moves into Capricorn. Venus is our planet of love, enjoying the tactile pleasures and the beauties of life. And moving into the earth sign of Capricorn, we can take a moment to get really disciplined on how we're sharing our love. Are we structured and disciplined with that? Are there some power dynamics that we need to address? Some control issues that we need to address with how we indulge in our pleasures, our day-to-day pleasures, or our Venusian 3D, pleasures here in the tactile real world. That might all be coming up for us around the 11th of November. And again, that's going to be a very powerful day, a portal day with that 11/11 energy. The 15th of October, Saturn stations direct in Pisces. This is a powerful moment because not only that, the 15th is a full moon in Taurus. So Saturn stationing direct, it's been in retrograde for a while. And these outer planets that I'm going to start talking about throughout the last part of November, outer planets have slower movement around the sun. So whenever they change signs, whenever they go retrograde or station direct, it's always a bigger deal, and it means a lot bigger shifts for us collectively as humanity. Because again, these are larger planets that move very slowly through each astrological sign of our zodiac wheel. So Saturn moving direct in Pisces, it will be at the 29th degree of Pisces, which is the final degree in astrology in a sign, before a planet switches into the first degree of the next sign in the zodiac wheel, which will be Aries, the first degree of Aries. Okay, but that's not coming, that's later. Let's focus on Pisces. So Saturn direct in Pisces, Saturn is like your taskmaster, your disciplinarian, your stern father figure, making you get that homework done. But it's like for your own good, because they know that knowledge is power. So Saturn direct in Pisces, remember I said about that spiritual discipline and that commitment to our spiritual development and getting really solid and structured with that? There it is, Saturn in Pisces. And at the final degree in Pisces, that anaretic degree, it's like a full moon energy of culminations, wrap-ups, finalities, right? Very powerful moment where we need to get really, really connected with our spiritual sides, as we're going to see a lot of changing power structures in our world around us, because we're going to need a lot of guidance, and it shouldn't be coming from other people's mouths. It should be coming from our higher selves, our connection to the higher energies and frequencies of love, of light, right, that are going to guide the rebuilding process, all right, after these power structures shift and change, and a lot of them ultimately fall, these old power structures. The full moon in Taurus energy, again, wrap-ups, culminations with that full moon. And in Taurus, an earth sign, ooh, man. Okay, so Taurus, like, all about material possessions. Taurus is a little bit more indulgent than Capricorn or Virgo, so you might need to, again, like, get your indulgences with that Venus and Capricorn energy in check and structured. Don't overindulge as much, but also Taurus oversees our financial systems. So what big changes are we going to see happening in the financial field around the 15th? With all this Mercury and Sagittarius energy, are we going to see new technologies, new financial developments? Uranus is currently in Taurus as well. A lot of shakeups. Uranus is like a great change bringer of swift and sudden change. So we might see a lot of change and sudden shakeups with our financial systems, agriculture, farming technology, financial technology. All those things might be kind of affected during this period, or we might see a lot of interesting news come out that has to do with maybe wrapping ups of old cycles and starting a new cycle around that full moon in Taurus. Then the 19th of November is a day that you're going to see, 19th, 20th, depending where you are in the world. Going to be a big day you hear about from a lot of astrologers. Expect to see a lot of astrology videos coming up and approaching around the 19th, because Pluto finally moves into Aquarius from Capricorn. Aquarius, this is a huge deal for you, and you're going to see why in your reading this month. If you're not already feeling it, this huge shift of Pluto, the outermost dwarf planet. So it is the slowest moving. Whenever Pluto changes signs, it is a big deal. This is a huge paradigm shift, a shift in frequency, a shift in humanity, a shift, I think, in our consciousness during this cycle of Pluto moving into Aquarius. So let me go through a breakdown really quick with y'all. I'm going to try and keep it brief. Pluto in Capricorn has been in the sign since 2008. Think about what was happening in 2008. Capricorn is all about power, control, structures, our governmental systems, right? Those systems of control and power. Also, Pluto is about control, power, but transformation as well, because think about that Scorpio energy it's connected to, okay? And secrets. So Pluto is now, it has not been in the sign of Aquarius since the time, because it has such a long cycle through the zodiac wheel, the astrological wheel, since I believe the time of the American Revolution and the French Revolution. That was the last time that Pluto was in Aquarius. If I said Capricorn before, I apologize. That was the last time that Pluto was in Aquarius, around the time of the American Revolution and the French Revolution. So here we go again with Pluto in Aquarius. A breaking down of power structures that are all about ego-driven control for myself, and then like top-down power. And that's not the way that we've seen is good for the collective, for the planet, for it's held us in a state of, it's entrapped us actually in a state of being disconnected from our our divine and higher selves. So this is all changing with Pluto moving into Aquarius. And Aquarius, y'all are going to feel this really strongly. It is not going to be a quick, like Mercury retrograde kind of transit either, where it's a few weeks. Pluto is going to be in Aquarius until 2044. So this is going to be the start of a long cycle. And when we enter new times, when we're transitioning, that's always a little bumpy, right? Transitions are always a little, woo, right? Like, hold on. So there we go. We're finally moving out of Capricorn. Pluto is moving into Aquarius until 2044. Big changes. Power to the people is coming. This is about community, humanity, humanitarianism, justice. Also, Aquarius is kind of kooky. So we might see a lot of development with like stuff relating to life outside of Earth, elsewhere in the universe popping up. All sorts of Aquarius is a weird, funky sign, so we never know what kind of funky stuff we might be learning. And I've already been seeing a little slow drip of that, to be honest. Let's keep it moving, okay? Because we needed to talk about that. That's affecting y'all specifically and Capricorns big this month. But Aquarius on the 21st of November, to wrap this up and move on into our readings, Sagittarius season begins on the 21st. So again, bringing that fire energy, a time of creativity, of inspiration. And then right on the heels of that, on the 25th, Mercury goes direct in Sagittarius. And it's going to be retrograding until December 15th. So this is going to be a moment to pause, receive more inspiration, energy, and insight for new creations with this slowdown. We might hit bumps and setbacks with travel, with technology. Again, Mercury, we talked about all those elements. Contracts, if you're launching any projects. Contracts can also mean marriages, right? Proofread and edit all your work. Double check things before you send during a Mercury retrograde cycle. Because if you launch anything, you start anything, you're trying to, most likely going to have to come back and redo it. That's just the energy of a Mercury retrograde. All right, fam? Let's get into the energy work, all right? Thank you, Aquarius family, for rocking with me. I know that was a minute, but it was important. Again, I say it every month, important that you know the astrological, planetary, universal energies that are going on. And I only mentioned a shaving of them. There's some wonderful astrologers online, such as Pam Gregory, Heather Ensworth, that you can check out for them to go into some wonderful deep dives about the energies astrologically of this huge shift that we're in right now, this paradigm shift. All right, let's start with your intuitive reading. So I've been trying to hone a little bit more of this intuitive psychic sense of mine. We all have it. We all have the power. Again, it's just been broken, separated from us, from this ego-driven power structure that we've been under for, I won't even say since 2008. I mean, this is like, we've moved also from into the age of Aquarius. So this has been power structures that have been in existence for a long time, that have suppressed our natural, what I'd say, psychic abilities, to put it bluntly. just put it bluntly. So when I was tapping into Aquarius energy for November, I picked up on 3 things. First thing I saw was a planet literally cracking in half. And I knew that. I got the image insight immediately that was Pluto. So I don't think I need to make your own inferences from that based on everything I just said from our astrology report, okay? Because I don't want to keep taking up time with going back to that Pluto, changing from Capricorn, breaking down old power structures to rebuild anew in a more even and balanced, humanitarian, community-oriented way. That's where we're heading. That's where we're heading. All right, so that's the first thing I picked up. The second, I got 2 other images. One was of like almost a, it felt like a roller coaster, like a futuristic. You were in this kind of tunnel, and in this, like, it wasn't a subway car because only like a couple people could fit into it, but it was like this, you were encased in, I don't know, like a miss. I don't know. I'm at a loss for the word. It wasn't quite a roller coaster. It looked more futuristic, but it was in the similar way of like you're on a track and you're going through a tunnel, right? And it's like, and it's speeding up. The speed is getting faster as you're going. Okay. So it very much had this image of like when the Millennium Falcon would go into hyperspeed or whatever, and you know when the stars would get really like long and it would show you that speeding up. That's what it felt like. Okay, energy is speeding up. And the third image, let me just tap back in because again I've talked so much about a lot of other things. Let me just tap in. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Sorry y'all. I have to close my eyes and take out the visual in order to really tap back in. The third image was of, I think, again, you were leaving in that tube, that ride, that whatever you were in, that little missile ship or something, because it did have like kind of a spaceship look, but you know, you were going through a very small tunnel. It didn't have the wings and everything. I saw Disneyland. So it's literally like you are speeding away from fairyland, from like a reality that is based in nonsense is what I picked up. It's like this false reality, matrix-like reality that's been fed to you, that again, Pluto, it's breaking apart, and you are speeding away onto a new path, a new energy cycle, a new level of consciousness, and you are leaving that Disney World ship behind you. Because it's all a fucking facade anyway. Every single bit of it. You go deep into those castles. You go deep into those rides. What's behind the walls? It's like nothing but nails and plywood. And, you know, it's not 360. It's only one-sided at Disney World. So you're like, nah, I'm going 360 now. Like, I'm going more than that. I'm going 4D, 5D. Like, that's where we're going. We're moving, breaking through the 3 dimensions. Okay, so that's your intuitive reading. For our oracle reading, I had my deck, my herbal astrology oracle deck called me, and I really love this deck. It's by Adriana Ayales. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I always like to try my best with pronunciation, and I apologize if I get anything wrong. Tapping into the theme for the month for my beautiful Aquarius family, Calendula came out. And look what number it is. I don't know if you can see that. Number 1. Also, I'm going to see, can y'all figure out, let me in the comments, what bird is that? I'm so curious. I can't figure out, it's not a robin, but some of y'all might know. Sorry, I want to try and get it where it's like, it's focused, but close, right? The closer you get, it kind of gets unfocused. So calendula, purity. Right in line with that image, right? Like you are moving out of a fake reality, purifying yourself as you enter into this new path. I want to read this card really quick for y'all. Okay. So this is an herb of the sun, calendula, and you can see the sun symbol on the top. That's why I love these cards. They always give the astrological symbol and the planet that these herbs are connected to. I love the images. I just think it's a beautiful deck. If y'all are herbalists into plants at all, if you love oracle readings, this is a great deck to get. And again, let me know if you want me to do some deck reviews. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more about this deck. Happy to do it. Calendula, okay? Innocence, childlike joy, humility, purity, new beginnings, trusting in life and vitality. Historically, calendula was known as poor man's saffron. It was used to add color and flavor to foods in place of a more expensive spice. Calendula petals are also added to salads and used as a dye for fabric and hair. From infusions to extracts to ointments, folk medicine healers in Europe prepared a wide array, of healing remedies and foods with calendula. Its petals were used to induce menstrual flow, produce sweat during fevers, and cure jaundice. 19th century physicians used calendula to treat viruses, stomach ulcers, liver issues, and skin infections. Traditionally, because of its astringent and anti-inflammatory powers, it was also used externally to treat burns, bruises, wounds, and to help stop bleeding. The guidance from calendula. Calendula resembles the sun, a radiant, bright yellow or orange flower. It grows easily and spreads its joyful self across gardens, symbolizing the gesture of universal abundance. Solar herbs are those that neutralize poison and air in the recuperation of vital forces. Calendula's gentle and abundant power reminds us of the realms of light. To be allowed entry within these angelic realms requires childlike innocence and humility. Don't allow pain from the past to disable your ability to dream a new life. Calendula represents the pure impulse to create vitality and creativity needed to step into a new journey. The radiance of calendula is a superconductor. Be very aware and selective with your intentions when using her energy within a ritual. She greatly amplifies your intentions. So there we are, just powering ahead. So make sure you're coming at it with that childlike wonder, Aquarius. I know you got that in you. You have that wonderful lust for life, the mysteries, right? So yeah, lead with that. Let's get into your reading. Here you are, coming into the month, the Six of Swords. So you are on a journey. This is about a journey to learn, of knowing, gaining wisdom and knowledge, setting forth on a new path. You are completely protected. You're leaving something behind, and you might be grieving that a little bit this month. And there's Mercury again, and there's Aquarius. This is the card of Aquarius. There you are. Okay, so this month you're starting off on a journey. This might be a physical journey. It might be a spiritual, emotional, mental journey, but you are leaving something behind for calmer waters. You might be grieving or mourning that a little bit, but know that it's because you've learned enough that you know a new direction is needed, a change is needed to keep yourself in your highest alignment, to keep yourself protected, and you are protected this month. Okay, know that as we go through your reading, because it's a big month for y'all, Aquarius, but you are protected. And your focus has been on your own emotional cup with this Queen of Cups energy. Absolutely. Good, because you are the humanitarian of the zodiac, and a lot of times your focus can be on others and filling their emotional cups. So your focus on this journey, Aquarius, this month is to keep your focus on your emotional cup and what fills it. Does it need restoration? Does it need a moment of pause to refill? Are you good? Can you keep walking? Is it overflowing where then you can share with others? Keep tabs on your own emotional cup this month, because the energies are moving very fast around you. The Eight of Wands. This is energy that this is energy that has only existed in the non-physical, the higher frequency realm, spirit realm, right? That is now coming down and grounding itself into reality. This is an alchemy card. You are alchemizing this month, and especially that Pluto changing into the first degree of Aquarius. Again, the magician, alchemist. You are literally the conductor of harnessing that energy from the universe and conducting it and grounding it into our physical world this month. This is the card of Mercury and Sagittarius. Holy shit. Remembering our astrology, Mercury has a lot of Sagittarius. It's going to be in Sagittarius this month and then going retrograde. Woo! Okay. So planning out for y'all this month. The theme is to not overindulge. Again, think about that calendula. Think about that calendula. You're going to have a lot of good. You're going to have a lot of tests this month. So because you're focusing on your emotional cup, filling yours first and then helping others, you're in a place of complete emotional fulfillment. 10 of Cups. Some of y'all might be feeling really secure emotionally, like you've hit those emotional wishes off your wish list, check them off. You're able to enjoy all the fruits of your labor, the beauty of life around you. This is the culmination of a cycle with the 10 of Cups. I'm just thinking for a moment how I want to... Yeah, because I'm doing a new spread for y'all as well. I'm trying a new spread. So we have the Tower. Okay, so these are energies that are kind of all linking together this month. All right. So I know you have the 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment, but then you also have these Tower moments this month. Okay, so the way that you get around having to experience the full-blown roughness of a tower is when you feel that your higher self is really, and the universe is talking to you, your spirit guides, your angels, they're talking to you, letting you know you're getting that intense urge, almost like an energy that you can't contain within. Think about when you're really excited, when you really are like maybe reacting to an amazing song, you're experiencing live music, you're on a roller coaster, and you just get that energy that you almost can't contain within your chest. You know that feeling? Act on, with thoughtfulness, of course. But that's a clue that you need to change, because you don't want the universe bringing in a tower moment for you. There's going to be a lot of this because old systems are crumbling. Pluto into Aquarius, leaving Capricorn. Those Capricornian systems are crumbling. This is also the card of Mars. So this the heavy influence of Mars this month, with a lot of angles, especially with Pluto, this month is going to be a transformation process. It's going to feel very aggressive, very rough. So the best thing that you can do is focus on all the good things that are happening in your life, and letting that lead you down the changes that you need to make, the shifts that, it's almost like a surrender. I won't even say like, it's like whether or not you want it, the changes are coming. So you might as well kind of like take the lead a little bit, so the universe doesn't have to do it for you. All right. The tests that are going to come up this month are with the 7 of Cups. You're going to have some illusion and delusion, again, because you've reached this point of emotional fulfillment. And while you're in that space, there's going to be these tests of like, well, what do you want next? Make sure that as these old systems are breaking down, systems that surround money, power, fame, very limited frequency, expanding energies to work with. Like those aren't good energies to like, but they're things that draw a lot of us, right? That drive us in our waking lives of like, I want that money, I want that fame, I want that acclaim, I want success, that's been driven through this Capricornian energy. And now it's about time to choose maybe a different cup, because those old cups are not going to lead to, it's gonna, there you go. That's what the choosing the riches, like what you think, the riches, the fame, we're moving away from that. You need to choose the one that's for spiritual development. Saturn and Pisces, for your own development. Queen of Cups, for your own emotional fulfillment, restoration, rebalancing. And again, a lot of re's with that Mercury in retrograde cycle. Yeah. These tower moments, these big shifts and changes are going to have you step back. And hangman energy. Okay, so we have, this could be like you got to give something up. Sacrifice for higher knowledge. Sacrifice for not the greater good, but for your own higher good. What do you got to give up from the old cycle? So this is a moment of stillness. Will guide you. Okay? This is like connected to the myth of Odin hanging himself from, was it the oak tree? I forget the name of the tree, so please throw it in the comments. I know it's a very Yggdrasil. I can't. Maybe I'm getting it wrong, but yeah, like the tree of life. Odin hung himself and self-sacrificed on the tree of life in order to gain higher knowledge, wisdom, that connection with the divine spirit, right? So here we are. That's what you're doing this month. We are transforming, but it is going to take a moment of space of not longer than a moment, babe. Sorry, longer than a moment. It's but this is going to be a moment, a time where you need space, stillness, to figure out and gain and receive that higher wisdom. It's a little bit, like I said, about that surrender card. And then there's the High Priestess coming. Deep intuitive knowledge that comes from the darkness of creation. Like the womb energy, right? This can also be about secrets. And those big transformations, these secrets, these unknowns that you're starting to encounter and dance with this month are going to feel really scary with this moon energy. You might feel like, I have no idea where the fuck I am and I don't know where I'm going and it's really scary and everything's dark. Well, guess what? That's how you know you're on the right path, because this is all brand new. This is all brand new for all of us. So that's why, again, like that hermit energy, you need to make sure, and this is that card of Pisces, the moon, right? So get really disciplined, tap in, tune in with your higher self, with spirit, with your guides. They will guide you. It's okay to not know sometimes the end of the path. What's also fascinating is on the Rider-Waite deck, the columns that the High Priestess sits between are also the columns that are shown in the moon card in the back of the path. So deeply connected as you move through this period of secrets, revealing secrets perhaps this month that have been kept from you that are going to bring new knowledge. And again, like that, that kind of hangman energy, that tower energy. But don't forget, you have that 10 of Cups energy there present very much as well. That this is all leading to your complete emotional fulfillment, your highest emotional good, to clear what no longer serves you, okay? And bring in newness that is more in line with where we're moving. With love, with light, with compassion, with humanity, with justice, with community. Sounds great, right? Sounds great to me. I don't know. Affecting the situation is very much about justice and the truth this month. Adjustment, yes. Adjustment to power with that Four of Pentacles energy, yes. Truth is going to be shown a lot this month. A lot of truths coming to light that are going to help kick us down that new path, that dark, scary moon path to Pluto and Aquarius energy. A new power structure, a new power shift, a complete shift of, I'm as I'm learning more and more, I think that we're entering into this longer period of like a complete shift of human consciousness, right? And change. Here's the infinity symbol. We're going to see a lot of change having to do with our resources. These are all pentacles, earth energies. We are moving away from that Capricornian energy. Our financial systems, our power structures, they're all changing. And we are very much collectively, but especially my Aquarius, are focused on the truth, justice, and balance of as we learn a lot of truths with those power structures this month. So Spirit wants you to know that you are going to have the discipline, the focus to do what you need to do to go down this scary but enlightening and it looks exciting. Yes, scary, but like exciting path of newness. You have the discipline to make this work for you with this Eight of Pentacles, beautiful Aquarius. The sun is coming. The light is being shown. This is the best card in the deck. So whether or not you know it, whether or not you feel like that moon, that darkness, the sun's there. Wherever there is darkness, there is light. Remember that you are the magician this month with that calendula number 1 and all the emphasis on the first house, on Mars, on Aries, the magician, the alchemizer, transmuting of energy into reality. This is also about shedding light on things that have been kept in the dark to bring better balance, better happiness. Ooh, I love that for y'all this month. Yes. And that light is shedding on all the illusions that you've had that have led to disappointment. which is right where we started. You're leaving something behind. So there's that 3 of Cups to wrap it up and be like, yeah, bitch, you ain't setting expectations anymore, because you know the disappointment that comes from that. You are stepping on a new path, a sunshiny path. So happy for y'all. Aquarius, let me know how this month plays out. It is a big month for the Aquarius family. Sending y'all so much love. And please comment, like, share, and subscribe if you like this message. Much love, Aquarius family.